Well, hello, everybody, and welcome back to the What's Up ESE podcast. This is a podcast created and produced by your very own peer leaders. And I say welcome back, even though this is the first episode, because although it might be your first time watching it, this is like our fifth time recording it. So, we're putting in that work, If you don't know what the heck a peer leader is or who we are, we're going to get a little bit into that as we go through this. So, first off, we're going to introduce ourselves, who we are. This is the podcast team, and we're going to talk a little bit about what ESE is and what a peer leader is. So first off, my name is Alexis Amaya. I am an organizational and corporate communications major with a minor in education. I'm a peer leader here on campus, and peer leaders, we work for the ESE department, or student employees. The ESE department stands for Entering Student Experience. So that's why we're not calling each other essay or the podcast essay like all the time, but we're referring to the Entering Student Experience. Our job is to help any entering student here at UTEP succeed in their college and careers. So whether that be incoming freshmen or transfer students or anyone that's just new to our university, we are there as a resource for them.
All right. Thank you, Alexis. Hello, everybody. My name is Claudia. I'm also a peer leader, and I'm a biomedical science major here at UTEP. And so I want to talk to you guys about what peer leaders do in the classroom. Being in the classroom and working alongside UNIV instructors is a large part of what being a peer leader is. And so our whole purpose of being in the classroom is just acting as a bridge between faculty and between students so that we can help them be successful during their time here at UTEP. Really just teaching them from our own experiences what it's like to be a student at UTEP and how they can be most successful, and just guiding them in that way. So that's a very important part about what a peer leader does, and yeah, it's a great time when we're in the classroom.
My name is Jorge. I'm a digital media productions. I'm a senior. This is my final semester here at UTEP, and I'm also known as the elder statesman of the program.
Oh my goodness. Why are you known as that?
Because I have a collective amount of 40 years in experience in the game here as a peer leader.
40 years?
40 years here in the game,
Like very young.
Everyone felt like 10.
Thank you. And what I'm going to be talking about, the peer leader, is what we do outside of the classroom. So, for example, as you might see us right now, listening to us, we're not in a classroom. We are working on a podcast because we're a committee that works for the podcast for the ESE department, which brings me to all the committee work that the peer leaders do that does not really involve the UNIV class. For example, you'll see peer leaders planning the ESE events, which Jenna will go on detail more later on. But for example, we have a lot more duties throughout the whole semester that really have a bigger impact campus-wide, not necessarily just the UNIV class, and that's where you're going to be getting to know throughout the whole podcast.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Hello, everybody. My name is Genevieve. I am a biomedical science major. This is my second semester peer leading. I am a sophomore. And I'm just going to talk to you a little bit about the events that we do and the purpose of them. So every semester we decide to make, I don't know how many events we do. Do we do like five events? And it's more for you guys to kind of get your grounding here at UTEP, make some friends, know what resources are available to you guys. And yeah, we do have an Instagram account where you guys can know when they are, so that way you guys can go ahead and get involved. And that's about it.
Yeah, awesome. So yeah, this is our podcast team. You'll see some of us in and out throughout this, but the whole purpose of this podcast is for us just to be more connected with our UTEP community. Not a lot of people know who peer leaders are, what peer leaders do, and we just want to expand our knowledge and our resources to students that might have not taken the university course, or maybe students that have already left the university course. We want to still give that opportunity to share some of the stories of the peer leaders and of the instructors here. So stay tuned, because we are going to have some awesome guests coming on later on throughout the podcast, and we're gonna have some really fun things for everybody here as well. But we're gonna get started today with a couple of segments, and our first segment that we have is What Happened ESE. So in this segment, we're going to be essentially sharing an experience that we've had here on campus, and I want to ask you guys, what has been the most embarrassing thing that has happened to you here on campus? Jorge, would you like to get started for us?
By everybody looking at me, I felt like it was my moment. And also right now, for all our visual viewers. If I look short right now, it's because I made my chair short. So please.
That's what it is.
That's the
That's what
only
it
Yes,
is.
reason.
I am 8 foot tall,
Oh.
ladies.
So why do you look so short when you stand up?
Because I just don't really want to like cause a scene. I don't really want to call for attention. I'm low key.
He's
You know,
very humble.
I'm very humble.
He's humble.
Very humble.
So okay.
Humble after saying that he's 8 feet tall.
I was pushed to it. Okay, so my most embarrassing moment. As I mentioned, I've been on campus for like 40 years, so honestly, I've gone through a lot. But one that has stayed with me for the longest happened way back. Way back. I used to actually get around that time on campus, like on top of a dinosaur, so it was crazy. It was the fall 2021 semester.
Okay.
And
Way back.
Way back.
For reference, that was Jenna and I's like junior year of high school.
Dang.
Like
Damn.
sophomore going into junior.
You are
year
old,
of high
bro.
school.
I am old. Okay, so I was in a meeting, a very important meeting in the office, in my former boss's office, and it was the whole team. We were in a round table. It was me, my fellow at the time mentors, former boss, and we were discussing like very important things. And during that time, I will always bring a protein shake with me because I fancied myself a fitness guru.
Oh,
Which
okay.
I'm not, but I always brought my protein shake, which was brown, chocolate brown, and
Chocolate brown? That's not a flavor. What do you... Oh, it was a brown colored. It was a brown colored
there's different
protein drink.
white chocolate. I want to paint a picture. I want to paint a picture for
White
our
chocolate,
audio,
brown chocolate.
for our listeners.
Okay,
I want to
okay.
paint a picture because I want to see them. No, I don't want to see them. I want them to imagine my story through their head as they are
Okay.
living through it, like a fly on the wall.
Mm-hmm.
So I was there, head of the table, as usual. And I was drinking my protein shake while they were discussing these very important details about just like the state of the program, you know, like very important stuff. And something that I have to share is that I'm very, very gigglish. And for example, if I'm drinking something and you make me laugh, you're gonna get a spitful of whatever I'm drinking.
Oh,
Splash zone.
Splash zone indeed. So we were discussing such important details and somebody made me laugh. I don't really remember the exact joke or comment that was made, but I laughed. And so I spat my brown chocolate protein shake with a hint of spinach on the face of my former boss.
oh
And
my gosh.
as I realized what was going on, I put my hands on my mouth, but what it only happened because of it was it diverged my splash into the sides.
Oh,
So I got everybody.
oh my gosh. And then Jorge was fired.
And then I was fired.
Hey, you were being fair.
I was being fair. Everybody, because I felt like I gave out a lot of myself for them. Like we became more union, like
Yeah.
we unionized.
Yeah.
We became
We
strong-
unionized? That's not...
we became a stronger
right
team.
term.
We became a stronger team.
Yeah, I think the only reason Jorge wasn't fired is because he had tenure from being here for 40
Absolutely.
years.
I had preference.
We unionized.
We unionized as a team.
Or they unionized against you.
I don't think so.
He's like, I'm still here.
Still here. But yeah, so everybody got a good amount of my chocolate brown protein shake with hints of spinach, as I said. And also I think a hint of strawberry. So there was a lot going on, you know. But yeah, I believe that like still later days after it, like you could still smell the stench on the
Oh my
carpet because it was a
gosh.
carpet room. So yeah, it stayed there for a while.
And what did they do? How did they react?
They kicked
It
him
was
out.
I kicked myself out because like you cannot like how are you gonna put face during that moment? Just like, yeah, I just did that.
He was like,
Be proud, loud and proud, loud and proud.
I couldn't. I was quiet and non-proud.
Oh, dang.
disappointed.
I was disappointed.
Disappointed.
Very disappointed. So I just ran out to the restroom, cleaned my mouth, and returned to not hate, but hate. Straight up hate. But yeah, everybody was also wearing like very light colors. So there was
you ruined their day.
There was no
No hiding.
the spots. Not at all.
Well,
Yeah.
You are a menace. No.
I am a menace.
thank God you don't bring those protein shakes anymore.
Awkward silence. Oh my gosh, dude!
what's up
Honestly,
next?
out of the 5 times we recorded, I feel like that's the first time we've ever had awkward
Yeah,
silence, and it has to be
yeah.
on this take.
That's true.
So
It's okay.
It's okay.
everyone got a rare little
Yes.
take, you know.
All right.
I'll go ahead and share my embarrassing story, which actually happened this semester. It might not sound embarrassing, but it was very embarrassing for me in the moment. So I got classes Tuesday, Thursdays, right? This is my second class of a Tuesday. 10:30. No, it is a 12 p.m. class. So I walk into the class, liberal arts, and first day. So I got there a little late just because I was walking from my other class. I go in, and the only chair that's available is the front desk. So I go ahead and sit on the front desk, and then the dude next to me is just a super cool dude. He's just like, "Are you left-handed?" And I'm like, "No." And he's like, "Well, you sat down at a left-handed desk." I was like, "Oh, well, that's my bad, but I couldn't move anywhere else." Anyways, we keep on going. And he's like, left-hand desk guy. That's what I'm gonna call you. I was like, okay, for sure. He's a sweet dude. He's cool. Anyways, we have like this little assignment where we have to like share on this specific topic, and on the first day too. First day we have to share on this specific topic. This dude next to me was my partner, so we share about it and stuff like that. I give a pretty decent answer. Then we regroup, or the teacher regroups us, and she's like, "Does anyone want to share their answer?" And I wasn't very confident in my answer, so I just decided to stay quiet.
Mm-hmm.
My partner points at me and he's like, "He sure does."
Oh, no.
And I was like, "Oh my goodness,"
I would have run out.
and that's pretty much it. I gave my answer, and it wasn't a bad answer, but I felt so embarrassed in the moment because I didn't participate. I didn't raise my hand, but the loudest person in the room, he sure can. And it was
And
it
at
was
that
a little.
point, you have to.
Yeah.
You're being called out in front of
Yeah.
everybody.
Because if you're
Exactly,
like, no, then everyone's looking at you.
Yeah, and I gave my answer. A teacher asked for my name. I gave her my name, and now like I'm known in the class.
Left-handed
Now there's an
guy.
expectation that I
For you
have
to
to meet.
answer.
Exactly.
No.
Exactly. She and she didn't call my name for attendance that day because she already knew who I was.
Ooh,
So it's like, oh my goodness,
recognition, baby.
I guess I'm gonna have to be an academic weapon in that class now.
I like how when he started, he's talking about how they had to do an assignment, and he's like, "Yeah, the first day we had to do an assignment."
It's like, what is
Because
that?
it's like syllabus week, right? Syllabus day, especially on the first day. I get it. Like second day, we'll do something, But like first day,
You know what? I get you. It's just syllabus day.
Yeah,
I don't
it's
know why they're
syllabus
trying
day,
too hard.
you know?
They're trying too hard.
trying to. I mean, it wasn't that big of an assignment either. Like we really didn't. It wasn't. It was just like a
share
group.
3 interesting facts about you.
No, but yeah, that's my embarrassing story.
Good
Yeah.
one. I know it's hard to follow what it is. I think that's pretty bad.
Yeah, we should have gone with you last.
Yeah, it's embarrassing. I think
We're dogging on him. That was so bad.
that was gonna be hard to follow.
I have my glass of water here with me, so
Oh.
y'all make me laugh.
Hey, we got equipment here.
Alrighty, go for it, Claudia. Let's see if you can top Jorge's.
I'm kind of. It's nice that we're re-recording because my second embarrassing moment happened earlier this week. Last week, right? Because today's Monday.
Yeah.
So do you guys remember? Was it Thursday? It was super windy.
Yes.
It was terrible. I had never experienced a wind like that in my life.
Oh.
And since
Claudia flew
I-
away.
she just floated.
She did.
so my parking is I park on Glory Road, right?
dang.
Like all the way up there. So my walk is downhill. Like I'm coming downhill to get to UTLC. And guys, the wind was so bad. I can't even explain what I felt. Like I swear I had never felt anything like that in my whole life.
I envision
And so-
like the SpongeBob episode where they're going to send the pizza and like their noses are like dying
Yeah,
out. I see you like that.
No, exactly. And so I'm walking down. Thank God there was nobody actually walking. There were cars passing by, obviously, because at the time that I'm walking, it's probably like 8:30, something like that. It was pretty early. And so I'm walking down, and like an even bigger gust of wind just blew. I swear I had to stop because the wind took my body. I couldn't control my body like against the wind, and I had to like scoot. It pushed me up a little bit, and I had to catch the pole. So I was like, literally, I was shaking. There was nobody walking by, thank God, but there were people passing by like in their cars, and it's the zone where you have to go 25.
Yeah.
So
So they were taking their time just watching you.
slowing by, watching, and you can see the look on their face that like they feel bad, but nobody's gonna offer. You know what I mean? That's kind of weird. And oh my gosh, it was so embarrassing because I had no control over my body.
Oh.
Like I had never experienced a wind like that so bad in my life, and I probably looked like a loser because I couldn't
walk
I
properly.
couldn't brace the wind. It was so bad, guys. I can't even explain it. And like while I was walking, I had gotten that text from Lupe where she was like, "Hope everybody put rocks in their pockets to hold you guys down." And I was like, "Yeah, well, I probably."
I forgot the rocks.
Yeah. Thanks for the late notice, Lupe. Just kidding. So that was my moment of last weekend.
The
I
one
hope
day
the
I
wind
couldn't
never
get you.
Yeah, because
The one day.
normally Jenna picks me up from my car because she's an angel. So she'll pick me up from my car, and then I'll go with her to the Sunbowl garage, and we'll walk from there. But I had to walk the treacherous path by myself. And it was the one time that it happened, and the wind is having me horrible.
You know what? I gave you a story.
I gave you a story.
It builds character.
Exactly. But anyways,
What about you, Genevieve?
I
Can you
feel
top all of our stories? So last
Yes.
time,
Absolutely.
I personally think Genevieve's story was kind of up
Yes.
there.
it's pretty up there.
So let's see if you can
another
keep it
one.
up. Oh,
There's another one that's pretty up there. And it's so crazy because I didn't even think about it until recently when me and Claudia were talking about it. So me and Claudia have the same major, guys. And we're the bestest of friends. So obviously we take so many of our classes together. So there was this one time where we were in a group project and we had to discuss about this Alzheimer's disease and like the genetics and the overall genes that kind of contribute to Alzheimer's and stuff like that. So there was this one time that year I had to take the shuttle, and the shuttle was very much delayed, and that was our final project. And she had told us previously that if we were like a second late, then that's on us. So as I was making it to that class, I realized I was 2 minutes late. So as I tried to open the door, it was locked. And they were
Oh.
presenting without me. Yes, I was so upset. So they finally opened the door when they were done, and then I had to walk in, talk to my teacher, and she told me that I had to present, but by myself.
oh,
So yeah, and this was pre peer leader position. So I had horrible ways of public speaking. It was just not. It was not the best, and I just had a lot of nerves, especially if it's a big class because it was pretty.
And it
Yeah.
was our first semester, and everyone in that class was most of them were pre-meds. It's very
Yeah.
competitive. Like, everyone's listening to what you're saying.
Exactly. So I had to remake that presentation, I believe, the following class day or the following week. I'm not too sure. However, as I was prepping for my presentation, I decided to watch a show on HBO. And I was watching the show. It was a really good show. Don't remember which one, actually. But I know it was good if I was watching it. And I go in and I go ahead and present, and I'm presenting, and then next thing you know, I'm talking, and there's this gene that is called APOE3, and that's pretty much the whole base of our presentation. So I'm presenting, right, and then as I am speaking, I kind of tune into what I'm saying because I literally blacked out, and then I realized the whole entire time as I am saying the so-called APOE3 gene, I'm saying HBO. And I kid you not, that word is in like 2 times in a sentence. It is
HBO.
yes, every single time that I had to say APOE3, I kept saying HBO. And I was looking at Claudia and all my other friends that I had to present with that I didn't get to, and they're like turned, like I see their backs and they're shaking. They're shaking because they couldn't even look at me because of how much I was saying HBO. And it was so funny because when I realized like what I was saying and then I corrected myself, my teacher who was looking at me, she was like, "Oh, okay, that's what you're talking about."
she was like looking up HBOG.
She was like, HBO, like what is that? And then I was like, "Oh, APOE3."
Guys,
And then yeah.
genuinely, oh my gosh, it was so
You should have kept
bad.
on going like HBO Max.
No,
Have you heard of it?
That was the whole basis of our research for the whole semester. the one gene that she needed to know about, she called it the wrong name.
HBO.
HBO, guys, HBO.
And it was on the slides, so everyone was looking at the slides and hearing what she was saying, and
Yeah.
Everyone was looking like, what?
What did she say?
But the thing is, I wasn't looking at the slides. I was trying to engage with everybody.
Because you know how they always tell you?
Yes,
don't
like,
look
don't look at the slides.
Don't read off the
Yeah,
slides.
don't read out the slides. You have to engage your audience
Well,
and that. Well,
She probably
should have read it.
Yeah, sometimes you may need to read off the
I
slides.
should have read it.
Yeah,
Dang.
that's a hard one to recover from. But you know what would
I
have
thought it
made you
was-
feel better, Genevieve?
Good
Some
transition.
good food.
Yeah.
And for our
Yep.
next segment, we're going to be talking about our top 5 places to eat on campus or near campus.
I think top 5 might be a little too much. How about let's sum it
we
down
do
to
3,
top
huh?
3.
Top 3.
Yeah.
Top 3. Okay.
Yeah,
Who
yeah.
is going to start us off?
Dude, I'll go ahead and go. So, top 3 places to eat around here on campus. I think first and foremost, if you want a good deal, go to Taco Bell. Oh my goodness.
Baja.
Taco Bell. First of all, it's really good. I mean, yeah, it's good. A lot of people dog on Taco Bell because they're like, it's not real Mexican food. I know it's not real Mexican food. It's Taco Bell. That's what I'm going for, you know? And it's relatively cheap. You could get the $7 Luke's Cravings box, which will give you like a taco, a burrito, a like side, and then a drink for $7.
Who's Luke?
Huh? Luke's.
Who's Luke?
Luke's, like luxury. Luke's. Luxe.
Oh, like...
Yeah. No.
Who's Luke?
Luke isn't a person. Luke is not a person. I think the headphones are
Got
on
it.
wrong.
Okay.
But yeah, Taco Bell is a go-to. Jorge actually had Taco Bell for the first time last semester.
Yes.
Which
Life-changing.
thoughts?
Oof. As a Mexican, I feel like my culture has never been like embraced so much. I felt like I belong there. I felt a sense of belonging I've never felt.
They
ever
rang
in
the
my
bell
life.
when he walked in.
Yes.
They don't even have it. They pulled it from the bag. They're like, finally.
But
So-
oh my god, that enchilada burrito was so good.
Dude.
I can't. Although the day after, it was, yeah, like the myths about like what it does to your stomach is very real.
They're not just myths, guys.
They're not myths.
Dude, you know what? I think I built an immunity to it, so I don't have stomach issues anymore. So just give it some time, be a little patient, you know,
Okay.
live mas a little, you know, live mas a little. Just eat some Taco
Live
Bell.
mas a little.
So yeah, my first option for sure would be Taco Bell. It's cheap, it's convenient. You can walk there from any location on campus. Second location I would say is Crave. So Crave is one of my favorite restaurants in general in El Paso, and there's one right by here. Right by UTEP, and it's so good. It's a little bit pricier. However, on Tuesdays after I think 5 p.m., they have $7.99 burger nights. So you get one of their burgers with fries for $7.99, which the burgers are typically like $14-15. So I mean that's basically like a 15% discount, and their burgers are so good. Crave is amazing. I took my high school graduation pictures at Crave. If you guys didn't know.
I was actually going to say Alexis has been loyal to Crave since high school because we were in student council together and we had a group chat. And on Tuesdays, he would text, "Hey guys, I'll be at Crave. $7, $7 burgers if anyone wants to come."
It's
like
because
to agree, no,
their
we're not
burgers are
going.
so good, and to get that quality food for $7,
Yeah, that's true.
dude. I remember in high school I got COVID, and that didn't stop me from going to Crave. So context, in high school I got like free Crave burgers for a year because they opened one by my house and I was one of the first people to get there, so they gave me free burgers for a year. So each Tuesday I could get a free burger, but there was a week where I got COVID. So what I did is I sent my parents. I had them FaceTime me, which was a challenge in itself because they don't have an iPhone. And then I gave them my ID and then the little card that I have. I told them to order and stuff like that. And then I called them up and stuff like that. At that point, I had been going weekly for a while. So I FaceTime them all and they're like, "Oh yeah, you're good." It's like, dang, they know me, dude. But yeah, second place is Crave. Now this other place, I don't think they have any deals, but I think it's a really good ramen spot, K-Dama, right across the street from Tibi T's. But oh my gosh, it's so good. Especially, I mean, weather's been getting a little warmer lately, but especially like when it's a little cooler, when there's maybe some wind, it would be really good to have like some ramen. Their dumplings are really good too. I love Asian food in general, and I think K-Dama is one of my favorite ramen spots, and it just so happens to be walking distance from campus.
Very good.
So yeah, those are my top 3.
Those are really good
Nice.
spots. I like ramen. That's it.
Dude.
Okay, I'll go next. I'll share mine. I'm going to start off with a basic. We're going Albertsons. Everybody,
Oh.
Yes, thank you, thank you. Everybody
needs a
forgets
soundboard?
about Albertsons. You know, when you're hungry, you don't always have to go to a fast food restaurant. You know, Albertsons has sushi, sandwiches. They do soups, salads, things like that. Like the hot food that they
Chicken
have.
tenders. It didn't work out as good.
It worked. For audio listeners, it worked.
Yeah. But yeah, the chicken tenders are bomb.
Super good, and it's pretty inexpensive. And if you don't want to eat fast food every single day, it's a good option.
And they have like $5 sushi sometime during the week. I don't know when, but
Exactly.
Tuesdays, I
So-
believe.
Tuesdays.
Yes, so very
You're
good
gonna have to
spot.
miss that burger.
I could have both.
Oh, you're
And if you do want to indulge in some fast food, McDonald's,
Oh.
obviously. Those are places that are both right here in Mesa, and especially if you have the McDonald's app, things get dangerous. You can rack up points, get free food. They always have deals in the app. There's like free fries Friday.
Oh.
Sometimes they have like a $6 combo, and it'll be like a Big Mac, fries, and a drink
Oh.
for like $6. So
Whoa.
take that, your $7 box. And so yeah, McDonald's is classic.
How many points do you have?
That's very
So my
personal.
next,
You don't ask that to a woman.
You don't.
I know, take me out to dinner first. Anyways, last spot, we're going Wingstop because they have a really good deal on Mondays and Tuesdays. They have 70-cent boneless wings.
Oh.
So if you're into boneless wings, you can go Mondays and Tuesdays and get them for 70 cents.
The superior presentation of wings, may I add?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to disagree, but
So
it's
you
a good
think
deal.
boneless wings are top tier?
Yes, if I remember correctly, one of our prior recordings, we actually had to stop because Fist Bite started, right? Because of this discussion.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah, yeah.
precisely.
And
Bone-in.
Claudia won.
Yeah,
Surprisingly so,
the
yes.
classic bone-in wings one. So I don't know if you want to run it back. This time we could keep the camera rolling if you
That'll
want.
be- that video will be on the Patreon.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, Jorge, let's go for your spots.
So I have the palate of a 5-year-old boy. So honestly,
Yes,
you're
you
gonna here you're gonna get the single best culinary tips you can get from this table, people. So starting off, I've heard a lot of places like close to campus, but not on campus. I am a man of the people. I'm a man of the students, and I'm a man,
I mean,
and I'm a man of my fellow miners.
yeah, I mean,
So I'm
if you've
thinking
been
about
here for
all of
40
you.
years, you better be a man of the people.
I better be. But there's this place called Sazon Minero in
Yeah.
the
Super underrated.
El Paso Natural Gas Conference Center.
Yes.
Yeah,
I think I said it right.
nice.
Yes.
Yes.
So you see Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A's bomb, awesome, but it cannot lace up the boots of the goat Sazon Minero. So just walk past it, and then you'll see it, Sazon Minero in a corner, and get yourself a bean and cheese burrito for $1.75.
Nice.
Perfect value,
Super
perfect
good.
burrito, and
Yeah.
honestly, the amount of beans they put on that bad boy, you cannot even imagine. And you can see how they make your burrito. So like, oh, it's just a full-on experience. Chipotle could never. Well, I've never actually went there, but I heard they do that,
Crazy.
so they could never.
Yeah.
And
What do you mean
just,
by lace up the boots?
Go ahead and explain that one to
Yeah.
It's an expression. Like they cannot fathom or cannot even try to like come up to like the goat. Like even if they try, they
Okay.
cannot lace up their boots.
Okay.
Okay,
Got
thank
Okay.
you.
I think that was a horrible explanation, but still.
It's okay, it's okay.
It was good. It was good.
Sazon Minero. And whenever you're there, just say Jorge Cota on the cash register, and you get actually 15% off your bean and cheese
They
burrito.
kick you out instead.
No, you get 50% off.
They send
Trust
you to
me.
Chick-fil-A.
They're like,
Just trust me.
They
Just
pull
trust
out the
me.
restraining order.
okay.
Okay. Calm down, everybody. So now we're gonna go into some sweets, which I believe
Okay.
we've never really kind of like
Nice one.
discussed. So now we're gonna be talking about the best cookie in town, Insomnia Cookies, baby.
Okay,
Snaps,
nice.
snaps. I agree.
Yeah.
There's nothing better than a good old chocolate chip cookie.
Well, it sounds like you started doing an ad read. Like, there's no place better.
There's nothing better than a chocolate chip cookie, especially if it's from Insomnia Cookies.
Okay.
Yeah, we cannot like really sit on the place because they're like two to three like large stools, and that's
Mhm.
about it. But getting yourself like a box of six cookies and taking it on campus is the perfect dessert. Like you can share it
Yeah.
with friends or with yourself. Nobody judges. Honestly, their Insomnia Cookies, I don't blame you. But also their brownies, their ice cream, just about
Super
everything
good.
is
Yeah.
delicious. And especially since they close like very late at night, like
Dude, that's
they're
true.
always gonna be there.
Yeah.
Crumble is
real.
not there for
Dude,
me.
so finals week, bro, if you need an extra kick, you're tired of caffeine,
Yes.
Locking
Sorry,
on that sugar.
goodness, there.
Love me a double
And they
chunk.
have they have a lot of, they do seasonal flavors as well, which is
Whoa.
fun. So that's a good one.
And for my final spot, now I feel bad that I was talking up Sazon Minero so much when I'm about to like talk up another place a lot more, and that is my boo, Don Chilaquil.
He's your boo personally?
My boo.
Okay.
So honestly, this place has gotten me through a lot. I've been through trenches. Throughout these 40 years in college, I've gone through hell and back. And Don Chilaquil has always been there to give me comfort, give me a warm hug, you know. Nobody understands me as much as Don Chilaquil. So honestly, there's no better place for you to get your fix of chilaquiles here on El Paso, especially for such a good price, especially on Thursdays, where you can get all day $7 chilaquiles, which you could get you like a good $2 to $3 for you to save. So that's a lot of bang for your buck. And especially like the servings there are beautiful. You can use them for breakfast and later on for a small little snack, because them boys are huge, those boxes. So honestly, it's delicious. My go-to order is, for my protein is chicken. For my sauces are rojo and chipotle. And I don't like any of them green stuff. I don't like onion. I don't like
Any of them green stuff?
Any of them green.
I thought you were gonna talk about like the sauce. Like I don't like salsa verde. No.
Salsa verde
Lettuce.
sucks. Salsa verde sucks.
Oh.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the topping.
Hot take.
Okay,
Hot
right.
take.
Oh.
Round 2 because
No.
It's not-
there's no way.
I'll defend more the fact that salsa verde sucks rather than boneless wings.
Oh
So,
my
yes.
gosh.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
crazy.
I'm not even gonna get into it.
But
Continue.
then also cilantro. If you put cilantro on your food, I don't know what to say to you. It doesn't add anything. It just adds like a small little annoying flavor onto it, just like pickles. Honestly, I think I'm gonna end
Well,
because I'm
I don't like
probably
pickles, but your palate is little.
You're cut
No,
off.
no.
With all due respect.
Wow.
Don Chilaquil is really good.
It is really
But
good.
I think it's time
especially
to move
Thursdays.
on before.
Yes,
Before
I'm
you get-
getting very personal.
Yeah,
right now,
before
very
you get
emotional.
canceled by us.
Yes.
That pickles one got me.
Yes.
I'm not gonna
I'm
lie.
getting
that's
very
crazy.
emotional. I'm sorry.
Take it away.
I think next episode we're gonna bring Aaron Campbell to deconstruct Jorge's food taste.
Yes, absolutely.
Good one.
Go ahead, dude.
Alrighty, so for the first one, I have Buffalo Wild Wings, which
Very
is
good.
also
Okay.
on Mesa. And I like this place specifically because it has deals pretty much all throughout the week. So for Mondays and Wednesdays, they have buy one, get one off burgers, which is very
Nice.
convenient. So if you guys want to go with your friends, you could decide who's paying later. And then on Tuesday, they have the same deal. However, it's 50% off traditional wings, the best kind of wings. And on Thursday, they have that also for Jorge, free boneless wings.
Oh.
Aw, thank you.
So they have everything for
But
everybody.
it's Thursday, so you have to choose Don Chilaquil.
Oh,
Or
Don
before-
Chilaquil is all
Oh,
day.
okay.
Yeah. Breakfast and letter for dinner, so I'm all good.
Yeah. And then for my second place, I have L&J's Cafe. They
Nice.
have their deals that range from $8 to $10 for student discounts.
Very good.
Dude, and it's pretty cheap there too, dude. Even for breakfast, if you're
It's
going for a
super
little
good.
weekend thing,
Mm-hmm.
Super good.
it's so good.
And then last but definitely not least, Subway.
Oh,
Oh,
Why Subway?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Subway. So they have the app which offers a lot of deals. I think we talked about this in the previous episode. How if you have the app, they'll have different deals. However, it's like a constructed sandwich already.
Yeah.
So you kind of don't get to pick. However, they still have really good deals. Also with the cookies and combos. And yeah.
what is your personal connection to Subway?
So my Subway order hasn't changed since birth.
Oh,
It's been like
She
that
came out the womb.
with a Subway sandwich in my hands.
with the foot long.
My first word was Subway sandwich. Just kidding. No, it's so good. My go-to order is, honestly, the bread depends, whatever I'm feeling, the vibe, whatever. And it's an ultimate BMT sandwich with pretty much everything that you could possibly put on it. And then my sauces are the mustard mayo and chipotle sauce.
The
And-
chipotle
Oh.
sauce, dude.
It's so
Dude, I haven't gotten a
good.
Subway in a while.
No, it's so
You
good.
should
In
go.
a while.
No, yeah. I had like $100 worth of Subway gift cards.
Oh,
Gone.
dang.
Ask her how long it took for her to use them.
Don't ask me that.
That's crazy.
Just
But yeah.
kidding.
Dude, well, that's awesome hearing everyone's little food choices. Hopefully, if y'all are listening, hit these spots up. And if you see us there, don't be scared to buy us something. Don't be scared to give me a little Baja Blast or something.
If you've been blessed by this podcast,
bless us with some
returns
food. Yeah, grab Jorge some classic bone-in wings.
Oh,
and some
Don't.
chilaquiles with
Salsa verde. Yeah, and he'll love it. He'll appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
But yeah. That kind of consists a big portion of our podcast, and we want to end off with this segment that we like to call "What's Going On Essay," and these are just a couple of things going on around campus, some cool events that we saw, some highlights for these next upcoming weeks that we think y'all would be really interested in going. So yeah, Claudia, why don't you get us started on some of the
Yes.
events?
So by the time this episode comes out, the next event that will be happening, or here on campus at least, will be Monday, February 10th, and that's going to be an Uno tournament at Minor Heights Horizon Hall, and that'll be from 5:30 p.m. to 7 p.m. So if you happen to live on campus, that's a great way to connect with fellow students who also live on campus. Again, that's something that's really big here on campus. You know, just meeting different friends, making that community, and it makes your experience a lot better. So definitely look into that Uno tournament happening Monday, February 10th.
And it'll get intense, bro.
Yeah.
Uno tournament. I don't even know how that's gonna work, but someone's getting hurt.
All right.
So if you know me, you know I love anime. So
What's
the
your favorite anime?
The Drake and Josh.
Name 5
Drake and Josh.
Okay, continuing on.
First
The
thing
Anime
that came to
Appreciation Club meeting is going down on Wednesday, February 13 from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. over at the Liberal Arts Building at room 318. So honestly, this is the time for you to be able to mingle with people with similar hobbies, for you to be able to connect, and just in general feel a sense of belonging within campus and getting to know people through more of like your taste and general likes and dislikes.
Yeah, what is that? Oh, Drake and Josh anime. I think you got
What did I
Drake and
say?
Josh anime and fan fiction confused. 'Cause that's what that looked like. You couldn't think of something like Dragon Ball Z, Naruto.
Like Pokemon or something.
Pokemon's even a better option.
Steven Brown is going to be so disappointed.
He's my instructor,
Oh
so
my
please don't
God.
tell
Oh
him.
my goodness.
He's gonna
Well,
find out on his own.
yeah, if you guys are interested in going anime, go. Jorge won't be there. Don't worry. Do not worry. He's
Don't
not gonna. They're not
He's
gonna
not
put
gonna
Drake
hurt
and
you.
Josh on there. But
Anyway.
yeah, Genevieve, why don't you tell us
Moving on.
what else is going on campus?
Alrighty, so Friday, February 14th at 5 p.m. in the UGLC, there's going to be a Meeple board game night. And I heard those events get pretty packed. There's a lot of games. I'm not too sure what type of games they have, but everyone that goes seems to have a really good time.
Yeah. They have every game,
Yeah,
honestly.
dude. Me and Jorge went to one during the summer for like a program that we were leading. Dude, and it was super fun. I mean, they have things like all the way from like Uno to like Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh,
So
That's
there's
super
something
cool.
for everybody, which is
Love
super
it.
cool. But yeah. But if you guys didn't know, we are actually in basketball season right now. UTEP's in basketball season. So basketball games are super fun. I remember the first basketball game I went to, I was like, oh crap, I'm in college. You know, that was like my Monsters University experience, you know, like hearing, you know, the band play and stuff. So some upcoming basketball games. UTEP is going up against our rivals, NMSU, Saturday, February 8th at 7 p.m. This is at NMSU. So if you want to do a little weekend trip over to, you know, Las Cruces, hit it up, get some friends and go over. I'm sure our team is going to need it. Our team is going to love the support against NMSU. And also, it's a cool little day trip if you're not doing anything on the weekend. However, if you are staying, UTEP women's basketball team will be playing against NMSU here at UTEP again Saturday, February 8th at 2 p.m. So go to both, go to one or the other, but try to hit up one of the basketball games on Saturday. Also, the men's team is going up against Florida International University Thursday, February 13th at 7 p.m. here at UTEP. So there's 3 options of basketball games, and we really encourage you guys to go to some of them because our basketball team is pretty good.
Very good.
Yeah.
Yep.
And games get super exciting. Yeah. If you can't go to an NBA game, go to a UTEP game.
UTEP game.
Yeah, why
It's the
not?
same thing.
It is the exact same thing.
Just kidding.
I saw Beto O'Rourke at one of the basketball games. So if you want to meet, you know,
Interesting.
some
Scotty
possible
Walden's always at
celebrities,
those
huh?
too. Scotty Walden's always at those too.
So if you want to
Bringing the
meet
energy.
some important, if you want to network,
Some El
go to
Paso
the
figures.
UTEP basketball games.
Yes. Yes. Absolutely.
But yeah, that is it for our podcast. Take 5.
First episode.
Yeah,
pilot.
this is our 5th pilot. Do you guys want to say anything else before we wrap up?
I miss my soundboard so much.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
my
So Jorge had a little soundboard. We had to remove it.
It was for the best.
Yeah.
It was for the best. But maybe we'll bring back the soundboard one day. Maybe not in Jorge's hands, but
Understandable.
Maybe
Yeah.
on this side.
maybe on this
Yeah.
side of the room. But yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, that is it for our first episode of the What's Up Essay podcast. We hope you guys enjoyed it. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe if you
Oh,
guys
we're
aren't
official,
already. Yeah.
We're going big.
And we will see you guys on our next episode.
Bye-bye.